From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and Friends.
Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Good morning, Chef Michael.
Good morning, Mrs. Goldstein. How are you, lady?
Mrs. Goldstein.
How are you, sweetheart? How are you?
I'm a little sad today. I mean, as you know, I spent the night at Mountain View Hospital last night with my stepmom, Joanne Kastel, and she had a rough night, you know. So, but right now she's stable, and we're just hoping that she gets better soon. And her daughters are coming to visit her from Arizona and from California, so that's a good thing. And, so starting the day off a little rough here today, but as every day that we get the opportunity to be around our loved ones and our family and our close friends, it's, we have to appreciate all the good things that we have in our lives.
That's right.
It just reminds us,
I'm a firm believer in that. I was telling you this morning at breakfast, Sandy and I picked her up at the hospital, so she stayed all night, slept on the couch, and everybody...
What couch? It was a recliner.
Oh, recliner. I'm sorry. Everybody is a teacher until trouble hits your door, then you become a pupil. Let me say that again. Yeah. Everybody's a teacher until trouble hits your door, then you become a pupil. Until you walk a mile in somebody's shoes, you could never understand the pain that they feel. Like the story I told a few days ago and broke down on the air, when I was a kid. People today, Sandy, which is really, every day people are born and every day people pass away, and especially this time of year, like Dean Martin. Dean Martin died on Christmas Day, But the thing is, it's what you want to put up with and how much you want to give out. And I said to Sandy, San, let her come and stay with us. We'll watch her. We'll take care of her. You know what I'm trying to say to you? We'll just put the hospital bed up in the office, and we got a big enough home, and then because I'll cook every day, and that's what it's about. Because I knew a woman named Millie Rossi. She had 15 kids, but when she got sick, 15 kids could not take care of one mother, and that's so true when you think about it. You know what I mean? People have families out there, and they go, well, let mom stay with you. Well, no, I'm working. Well, my wife, I got my kids. I'm trying to say to you, where a mother will take their grandkids in and their great-grandkids in and their nephews in. See, that's the difference with people. You understand? That's the difference with people, especially this time of year, which is a very happy time for some and sad times for other. Every time
it's true, Michael. I think when people get ill or sick or around the holidays, it seems to be that there's a lot more emphasis. Look, any time of the year, we've had a lot of people that we've lost throughout the years in the past, and yet a lot of people turn around and get a lot better. So and just like with Joanne, she has COPD, and it's the thing about that is it's important to maintain the level of where you're at, because I guess once you lose some of the capacity in your lungs to expel the carbon monoxide and CO2 from your lungs, once you lose that, you can't get it back.
Right.
So basically for the last about year or so, that Joanne's been on oxygen and stuff, and everybody knows, she's been to the house, she's been able to come and have fun with our parties and all of our friends, and have been there, and my my sister Kastel and her boyfriend Tony were in, the last dinner, and it was great. We had a good time. And, you make Joanne laugh and laugh and laugh. And, and she eats your food, Michael.
I know.
Chef Michael, you're able to get her to eat because, she kind of lost her taste for food, too, But she, we've been able to have some really good times and have a lot of laughs together. And Joanne's been just a great influence in our lives throughout the years. And so, we're just, she's, like I said, she's stable right now. Her daughters are coming to visit her, which is a good thing. And they'll get to be together and visit and stuff. So, and like you said, when she's well enough to come home, then, we can offer that to Dad and to Joanne and,
yep.
and to her daughters and stuff and make sure that everybody's okay with that, because like you said, her daughters, might want her to go there, but then, Dad, they don't want to leave Dad alone either. So,
there's people like Sandy and I know that are worth 60, 100 billion, gajillion, you know what I mean? And, they got families and, they got their life and they're like their mothers. And no, I can't let my mother live with me. I got a nice home I'm going to put her in. It's going to be nice. Yeah, but
the thing is, old school, you never did that. You keep your family with you. Everybody takes care of everybody. And so that's what we do. That's what we do, and that's what we're going to do.
A few years ago, before I met Sandy, I was invited to go to this home for the elderly. And it was a party for a woman that was 91 years old. And I took my guitar. Now, the old lady did not know what the hell was going on. You know what I mean? But they had this big party, and she had her children and her grandchildren. So I took out my guitar, and I start singing... When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, all the old songs of the 20s and the 30s. And as I was singing... She was dazing. She was looking away. She didn't have a clue what the hell was going on. Remember? Well, no, she didn't know what was going on. I mean, you could have seen it. And the nurses were there, and they were, hey, grandmom, this is your birthday cake. And she'd look over and nod her head, and you could have seen it. But I want to tell you what I did. I sang a song that I played a couple days ago with Jimmy Roselli. And I started, When Your Old Wedding Ring Was New. And I sang that song, and that old lady stopped. And she turned and looked at me. There was dead silence. Every one of her families just looked. And she looked at me singing. She never took her eyes off of me singing. True story, right. Her tear got in her. She welled it up. And the minute the song was over, she turned away. And she went back, she spaced out. Right. So apparently that particular number, she remembered, because that song's been around for like a gajillion years. And I'm glad that there's a lot of songs that I don't do up to date.
Well, they say that's true. Even when people are in comas and stuff like that, you sit there and people will read to them. They'll talk to them, they'll read the newspaper, right. They'll let them know what's going on, what's going on in their world right now, so that they keep them connected. And then a lot of times when people come out of the comas, they say, oh yeah, I remember you were reading to me, and I think that, look, none of us know what life holds for us.
That's true. And
it's important. That's why it's so important, especially at this time of year and throughout the year, to remember that times are special, that you want to spend quality time. And what is quality time? Good times with people, picking up a phone, calling them, saying hello. Not everything's about texting, but maybe it is, for you. So it's a matter of that, keeping that connection, sending a card, people want to get a card in the mail, to brighten up their day.
We got a Christmas card. That was so nice. We got a Christmas card from people, which is good.
Yeah.
And, I got to say something, again, not to be negative.
You got to say something.
It's the holidays. But you know what kills me?
What?
You get people that don't talk to your uncle or your aunt for years. They die, you go to the funeral.
Yeah.
That kills me. I used to see that in Philadelphia all the time. They'd go, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? You didn't talk to them, and now all of a sudden they're dead. You want to go pay your respects. Pay your respects when you're alive.
Well, you're paying the respects to who's surviving. Who's the survival.
Right, I know that, but what I'm saying. And again, like I say, forgiveness is very important. It's hard for people to talk. People say, yeah, but you don't know what that person did to me. You don't know what that person said. Listen, you want to hold that the rest of your life, fine. You don't have to bother with them, but if you forgive them within yourself, you'll move on. You know what I'm trying to say to you? It's
interesting. A couple years ago when my sister was in the hospital, everybody in the family came. I mean, everybody. And my sister is married to Alex Garza, and he has a lot of kids in his family, like
460. He's a Mexican.
Something like that. Well, we have a lot of kids in our family too, and we're Irish. So what does it matter if we're Irish or Mexican or whatever we are, or Italian for that matter? The thing of it is that everybody came to see my sister, and here were these big kids, these big boys, that were boys, the 18, 20, 21, big boys, and they're leaning down to give my little sister a hug. She looks little next to them. She's only like 5'3", and they're saying, well, what are we going to do without you? Because she was like the little mother,
right.
The little mother of everybody. But what was so really, really special, and that really made her feel so good, is that a couple of the sisters who had not spoken in over 30 years.
Oh my God.
30, because of something somebody said, something they misunderstood,
recipe,
they got upset, they had an argument, and they hadn't spoken for 30 years, and they had a reunion right then and there.
Which is
great. So that was great, and they're still talking today, which is even good, which is even better. So
it's nice when you can argue. You don't have to buy them a Christmas present. You save money.
Yeah, that's usually when guys break up with girls. Is right before the holidays, so they don't have to buy them any diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Somebody shoot me! Shoot me! Somebody!
Stones.
I got to tell you, I said to Sandy because everybody. I got a Harley Davidson motorcycle.
But clothes are good too.
And I have a Vespa
from White House Black Market. Yeah.
Now that they're very dangerous vehicles.
Victoria's Secret.
To walk around. Will you shut up and let me friggin' finish?
I'm just trying to give you some ideas, just in case you were wondering. My birthday is coming up. My birthday is coming up, and Christmas is coming up, and Happy New Year's Day is coming up.
Anyway,
and then
folks,
there's Valentine's Day. Don't forget Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Harley Davidson, and I have a Vespa.
You have Carl's Harley Davidson. It's Carl Grosso's.
So I bought it from Carl.
You bought it from Carl.
So anyway, he can't even get on. He can't even walk this guy. So anyway,
what do you mean? He's driving around in a sedan now. He gave up his Harley to buy a sedan.
Anytime a guy goes to bed at 9:00, it's over for him.
You know what he told us about this morning? He said that he put some kind of a coating on it, and it's supposed to protect the paint for 7 years. 7 years. Isn't that amazing?
Honey, you're worth $700 billion. People are selling anything.
No. The thing of it is when you get a new car, what's the first thing that happens? And you go nuts. Absolutely. Of course, Michael still goes nuts even after he's had the car for a year. But, you get a tiny little chip little thing, because somebody, opens their door, or you chip, or a little pebble comes up and chips the paint off. And what do? You go nuts because now you got this little speck of
anyway,
little something
like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, so Carl Grosso will not be getting any of those tiny little dots or specks or spots or any of that. So because he is getting that special.
Well, when you spend $196,000 for a car, you better do something.
That's all? I thought it was like $300,000.
You should have armed guards around something like that when you're driving. Anyway, no, I was saying before. I have the Harley Davidson, and I have a Vespa.
And I wanted to say something about love.
Please let me finish my
friggin' sentence. Because I know you love your Harley Davidson.
I said to Sandy, it's this town's nuts the way people drive, and the worst drivers in the world are those guys on a motorcycle, because I'm on a highway and
there were 3 of them the other day,
90 miles an hour, and cops never stop them. It's always right.
And you know what? They had those big thick wheels on it, and they were zooming, they were tipped over almost to the side all the way to the ground. It was like they were on the racetrack. What are you a dog? He's shaking his leg.
So I was finishing my thought, ladies and gentlemen. If anything should ever happen to me, God forbid, I said to Sandy, pull a plug. Don't leave me like that. Louis Prima was in a coma for 3 years. You know what I mean? For me,
I thought I was just going to take out the batteries.
No, you can. For me, it's all right, honey. You can laugh. For me, I'd rather just go. I had a great life. You know what I mean? I live every day.
Ever ready, bunny.
And I'm being very serious. I don't want no viewing. I mean, you can cremate me.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
you do. Tell them how you want to be buried.
Well, I like to be buried. Seriously, I went to go see Phil Musso, this guy that I knew. He passed away. And, I walked up to the casket, and I'm standing next to my friend Tommy Powers, and we're looking at each other. He said, he looks good. I said to myself, he looks good. The friggin' guy's dead. What do you mean he looks good? You know what I mean? Well, he's all embalmed. And I'm looking at the guy, and I put my eyes down, and you reminisce of the good times and bad times. I made the sign of the cross and Nazi. I gave my condolences to his family, and I walked out the door. I said, now, why do I want to do this? For me, John, honestly, I said to Sandy, I want to be laid out on my stomach.
On your stomach?
Yeah. Some people want a closed casket. I want my face down in the pillow. I want to
buried.
No, I'm serious. I want to be face down, and I want. That's how I want to go out, so everybody can kiss my ass on the way out.
But all seriousness aside, no, I want to say something about love. Love is a very special thing.
And take you for a
love
spin.
is more than just a game for two.
Oh yeah, your sister's kazoo.
I just want to say, I want to pay homage to my. I mean, is that the right word?
Homage?
I don't know if that's the right word.
Homage.
No, I want to give.
Homage is like your praise.
I want to give my dad credit.
Yes, I do.
My dad. He's not a real overly sentimental guy.
No, he's not.
Okay,
he's a cold-hearted Irishman.
He's not a huggy,
boozer,
cuddly kind of guy.
drug addict.
No, he's not a boozer
and
or
womanizer.
Hey, he is not. No, he's a musician. Been a musician his entire life. He's been playing since he was a kid, 14 years old.
He likes
Started
Monique
working
Brewster.
When he was, I think, 15 or 16 years old. Got married at 17. Then got married again to my mom later on. Then when it didn't work out with my mom and dad after 17 years. Then he married Joanne. And, I got to tell you, I can see, now I can just see the way he takes care of her, the way he loves her, the way he dotes on her. And my dad's 85, and he'll joke about it. He'll say, well, I married a younger woman because I wanted somebody to take care of me when I got old, But he takes care of her. And, every time when, at the parties and stuff, when somebody comes to help Joanne, she goes, oh, that's okay. My husband will do it. My husband will do it. My husband will do it.
Except cook. She says,
well, now in that case, I'll take Chef Michael's cooking over Dad's. But, the thing of it is we decided to get that big TV, because it was over at Dr. Perry's, and they moved out this big TV because they got a flat screen, right? And you said, well, your dad will take it. Well, you're right. My dad likes, having the different
He's got
TVs.
like 750,000
but
televisions.
He takes these old TVs, and then he uses them, in different rooms. But here we took over this, TV, and we took it over in the van, and I left the boys alone for 5 minutes. I said, now don't touch anything. Don't, hurt yourselves. And I come out, and my dad had dropped the TV on his foot. On his foot. And I said, Dad, what are you doing trying to lift this big TV? We told you, hold on. Now, Michael was helping him. It's just he lost the grip, But now it's been, 3 weeks? Yeah. 3 weeks, and he's still walking around, shuffling a little bit. He didn't get any bruising. He just, kind of bruised all the tendons and everything else in the foot. So, I just want to say that I know that our family's going through a rough time right now, and Joanne knows that Dad is there, and she's got her daughters there, and we are all there for her, and we're just wishing her a speedy recovery, and hope to get her home soon.
And again, for those that are in the hospital that are not coming home, my heart goes out to you. There's no words that Sandy and I could ever express, to say we're sorry, until you walk a mile in someone's shoes. So from a spiritual point of view, you would say, well, people say, well, you're in heaven now. Guess what, folks? That doesn't help. people don't want to hear that. Even though that they do, people want their kids around that passed away. People still want their mothers and fathers around.
They don't want. That's us. That's us.
That's
yeah,
us.
Right.
And there's a lot of other people feel the same way.
Right.
You know what I mean? They feel the same way. You know, whatever. But the bottom line is this: what today's show's about. Today's show's about.
What is today's show about?
It's about life. It's
love,
about people. You know, like I said, I want everybody to understand something. I had a friend of mine. I was at Smith's today, and this guy comes up. He says, "Chef Mike, I listen to you You're the luckiest guy in the world." And I looked at him. I said, "Really? Really?" "Yeah," he said, "you're the luckiest guy in the world." People look at a book and they say, "How I wish I was him." Wrong. Everybody has trials and tribulations in their life.
Yep.
Do you understand? Okay. There's a guy that is struggling for money. He's behind in his mortgage in his house, but he's got 5 kids.
Yeah. Are you getting emotional again?
No. He's got 5 kids.
Oh my God!
No, but I'm saying he comes home. He comes home, San.
Yeah.
And he got 5 kids to look at him to say, "Dad, I love you."
That's right.
Okay, I can buy City Hall. I can buy the Mirage Hotel. Do you understand?
But you don't have 5 kids at home.
I don't have 5 kids to come home to them and say, "Dad, I love you." I'll never hear that word again, Dad. Okay, the children I had are gone. They're gone forever, and it's okay, and it happens. You understand? So I was always fortunate. You know what I'm trying to say? That with other people, and that's why I always give as much love to other people as you can, because the Bible tells you tomorrow is not promised to you. Listen to me. Tomorrow's not promised to you. So make the best of today. And enjoy your life, no matter what it is. We all want to have $300 billion in the bank. We all want to have a wife that loves us.
Or maybe 300.
Right. We all want to have a healthy, and nobody's got cancer, and nobody's got lupus, and, we all want that. But this is what this world's about. So what do? People put on KLAV radio at 9 o'clock in the morning to listen to us. To us. And if we make them laugh and we have some fun with them, that's what the hell it's about, folks. Now, this Sunday, Sandy and I and my company are going to go to Smith's. We're going to be on Durango and Sahara.
That's right.
And Chef Michael's going to be there from 12 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 o'clock at night with my chef's outfit on. And if anybody wants to know anything about a recipe, we're there. For every person
meet us there at
to come
Smith's
up, I'm
Food and
going
Drug.
to give you show tickets, and I'm going to give a $25 gift card every half hour. Somebody's going to win $25, okay, to go shopping at Smith's. This is what I'm saying, folks. The Smith Food and Drugs on Sahara and Durango is the family store. I'm not saying that Vons is bad. I'm not saying that Albertson's bad. Let me finish, honey, please. But I'm telling you,
go ahead, keep
Smith's
finishing.
Has the customer service that you want because they care. Don't you understand? It's just not about a price war that the bananas are cheaper and the apples are more expensive and the meat is lower. It's
service.
It's service. It's that customer service. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm not saying don't go to Vons, and I'm not saying don't go to Albertsons, but do yourself a favor and walk in at Smith's on Durango
on Sunday, this Sunday,
and go watch them people, those checkers, the people behind the counter with Boar's Head. You got Diana, who's works the cheese department. Watch the service these people give you. How much they really and truly care about you. And it reminds me of my old neighborhood in Philly because people cared. That's why we love that store and those people as much as we do.
There you go.
And who's on the phone? You ain't going to believe it.
Wendy.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara, it's so nice for you to call.
You are so funny. It is Wendy from Sahara Mini Storage, and I have to say, we go bowling. We're in a bowling league on Tuesday nights, and the Smiths team has all the people on Durango and Sahara there. They go bowling with us on the other team, and we played them the other night, and they are so nice, and we had so much fun bowling with them, even though we were on separate teams. But
oh my gosh,
they
isn't
are
that something?
super great people there, and that's why we always shop there.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It is across the street, which makes it convenient. Mm-hmm. But I've got to tell you, the new management has made an amazing difference over there in the stores, in all their stores. And, sometimes when you're not happy with the store that's right across the street, you might go somewhere else. But we are very fortunate that we can just run over to Smith's. And obviously, you're just right there between Wendy's and that other place. What's
Mad Maddie's.
Mad Maddie's, yeah. And over there on West Sahara. And so Sahara Mini Storage, as a matter of fact, I was pulling out my my invoice the other day, for the one that I forgot to open last month, and you reminded me of. But I did take care of it. But anyway, but I was looking at that, and I was thinking about all the great things that you guys do throughout the year, and especially you've got this big drive to give away this bike, this motorbike.
It's a mountain bike. Speed mountain bike. You just come in and give us your business card or sign up for it. You don't have to buy anything. It's just going to be, we're going to announce the winner on December 20th, and it has a rack that goes with it. So if you have place in your garage, you can hang it, hang it on the rack. So we're at 8140 West Sahara Avenue between Wendy's Hamburgers and Mad Maddie's. And I did want to also say, yesterday you asked how many pods.
Yes.
And how many passengers? Okay, here it is.
Yeah, but you looked at our Facebook page.
No. I called in yesterday right before you guys ended and was going to tell you.
Oh, how many?
Oh, it has 28 pods. It holds 40 passengers. It's a total of 1,120 people, but if you get the priests in there for Saturday when they get married, for everybody up to minus 28, so it would be 1,092, which equals 546 couples can be married.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. Wendy, you have just won Chef Michael.
I won Chef Michael.
You won me. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here's my present to you. Anytime you want, I will come to your house. I will go to the store at Smith's. You tell me what you want, you and your husband, and I will cook you and your husband a romantic dinner and leave. And leave, yes.
So I won't stay. Be romantic.
A romantic dinner. I will cook you. I'm serious. I will buy the food, whatever your heart's desire. I'll give you an appetizer. I'll get the dessert, and I will make dinner for two for you and your husband.
And leave.
And I will prepare it at your home. I will cook for you, and I will leave.
Oh my God!
So you guys can get busy when it's over.
I wasn't expecting anything. I was just so
that's the truth.
with all the numbers that big Ferris wheel holds.
Well,
that
Wynn,
so sweet.
I would suggest for you to make sure you stop by Sunday, because we got John Stiles will be there.
Yep.
All right, doing photography. Okay. It's going to be big, and I would love for you to be with us. We're going to be there for 5 hours.
Okay.
And it would be nice for everybody to know who you are, whatever that you decide you want to give the customer, if it's a flyer, whatever it may be, whatever that you want to do. We love you. We love to have you, because, to help you always grow. Because, again, like I mentioned, when it comes to Smith's, and the number one thing that these people are concerned about is customer service. I'm serious.
Yeah.
People think I'm joking with that, but I'm dead serious with it. And my object, they got 25 stores, and if this is a success Sunday, I will go once a week in every store and give away what we're doing to let people know. Because Smith's is, they're great people. I dealt with them years ago when I was at the Ramada London Bridge Resort. I was doing a program, and I was they did a package for me. I dealt with them once before. But we're looking forward for tomorrow. Sandy keeps poking me and prodding me.
Now you got fuzz all over you.
I got fuzz. Well, that's a Stazeta fuzz.
That's what happens when you wear sweaters. Listen, Wendy, thank you for calling in.
Thank you,
And
guys.
have a wonderful day.
We'll see you on Saturday.
We'll see you.
Right,
That's tomorrow night. Isn't it tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Tonight's Friday night. We're going to be at Peter Pavone out there at Sam's Town. But tomorrow night we're going to be at the Canyon Gate Estates, and we'll be there with you.
Yay! See you later. Bye-bye.
Don't get drunk.
If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And Chef might give us a little recipe after we get back from a brief pause from our sponsors.
All year long. Santa baby.
Recipes, more fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
And welcome back.
Tomorrow we're off.
To Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. with Chef Michael.
What a ball breaker.
I was on
731-1230, everybody.
You know, I was streaming then. Did you know that?
Yeah,
That's what I was doing, was streaming. I was getting caught up.
Isn't that amazing?
Get it?
Yeah. So, let's see.
Buffering, that's what I was doing. I was low buffering.
Yes, sir. What do we have here?
Flurry.
Hi, Flurry.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I feel 10 times better. That darn cold finally broke.
Oh, good.
I was like Evan. I've never had a cold for a month and a week before. It's something weird going on, but praise God, I feel better. We're going to put up a good prayer for your stepmom.
Thank you so much.
I met her at your guys' party, and so I understand that situation. But I got something weird to tell you. You're going to love this.
What?
You know, I told you all of my kids are born in December, right?
Yeah.
The 14th, 16th, and Little Fleury is Christmas Eve. Well, anyway, I wrote a song for Frank Sinatra called All Right Again. Now, today is Frank Sinatra's birthday, right?
99.
That's right.
And also...
Wait, today? Oh, yeah, Beethoven's is on to the 16th, right?
And so he was ill at the time when I called him. I called it was speaking, I think, his manager, and his daughter was on the other line. What's her name? Nancy. Yeah, and so he passed before I had a chance to get the song to him. And so Joe Williams, who appears a lot for the kids at the college,
right?
I went over there to show him the song to see if he would do it, and he passed. The weird thing about it was they were both born on December the 12th. So I wind up getting, I wind up getting Helen Ward Starr to sing it, and she finally recorded it. I did a great album on her. I'm going to come on your show as a guest on your show and hawk the album.
All right. Good.
But she was born in December also.
So you are definitely drawn to the Sagittarius energy. Of course, the 24th is Capricorn energy, you know. It switches over. Yeah.
That is so strange. And so the song is a beautiful song. I thought I would write a beautiful song for Frank Sinatra, but boy, he didn't get a chance to do it, but she did a great job on it, and I finished. So I'm going to play you a song on the piano for your birthday, lady.
All right.
Tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Thank you, Flurry.
What time do you want me to come there?
The party starts at 6. It's over about 10. You can come about 11:30.
Okay, I'll be on.
In the morning. In the morning.
11:30.
We want you to get. We want you to help us, because Chef Michael's going to need a little help because he's working tomorrow and he has to cook tonight. You know what he has to do? Did you already break apart the peppers and stuff? You have to do that tonight. So tonight he's got a whole crate full of peppers. He's going to be. I'll help him.
Well, you know, Flurry.
I
run the Planet Hollywood
really
program. You know, when you got and I'm with Star Resorts, and these guys, I mean, you know, I'm corporate. When you work in the corporate world, you know, they don't want to hear, you know, I mean, I can't come in. They don't want to hear that.
Because I got to cook for a party.
I got to cook for something. So what happens is, you know, I've been blessed to have the strength to multitask and do a cajillion different things. You know how I relax.
That's what musicians do.
True.
That's right.
How I relax, Flurry. I'll be honest with you. Sandy will tell you, and she hates for me to say this. I like to smoke a cigar. You know, me and Alex Yanko, I like a cigar. I got those real dark cigars, those Maduros, and I relax. I sit outside, and Cindy will not let me smoke in the house. Absolutely not.
That's right.
So I got to go outside and freeze my ass out there, which is fine.
That's right.
And me and Alex Yanko will go out there.
It's such a cute little one.
And I go out and I just puff away, and it relaxes me. And for the past 4 days,
yeah, but he has some really nice blankets to use.
Right, 4 days I haven't had. I was too damn tired to turn around. You know, the last time I went out there and smoked, Sandy locked the door. And you remember the movie with Jack Nicholson, The Shining? Remember how he died? That was me. I was with the cigar stuck in my mouth. Thank God she had a little flamethrower, and she thawed me out. And then I came back into the house.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get you one of those Cheech and Chong joints. And
I don't know about that. That's not a cigar.
It's all right, though,
That's
Flurry.
not a
We can
cigar.
puff
It
away.
might look like a cigar because they're big enough.
No, nah. Well, Flurry, we love you. We're looking forward to
I
seeing
love children, medium rare.
Listen, Flurry, we'll see you tomorrow, buddy. We love you.
All right, see you guys
Thanks,
later.
pal.
Yes, my little chicken
Anyway, we're feeling good. It's a beautiful morning. We went on the show last night too with Ricky Cash
and Aaron
Phillips. That's with an A.
That's right, AAA.
And he don't feel good.
R-O-N.
The big guy don't feel good.
He's got to go back in for another treatment.
You know what I
Yes,
mean?
another.
And
yeah.
we wish our prayers to him, because it's amazing what people they don't pray, they don't do nothing, but boy, the minute tragedy hits, they run to God. And it reminds you of a father say, you know something, you never come to see me, you never knock on my door, but the minute you need money,
that's
you're
right.
the first. And God's the same way. You need to thank him every day.
Don't
thank him. Don't go to him when you're in trouble. Go to him every day and thank him for the good that you do. And people don't do that. They only go to him and they blame Satan for everything. Oh, he did it. They'll say, God, why did you let this happen? Why did you? Listen, he didn't let that stuff happen. There's evil and there's good.
Well, first of all,
don't
I
get me started.
thought you're supposed to thank God for everything, including
There's
the
people
ups.
that don't believe God.
Excuse
honey.
me.
They don't believe
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
The ups and the downs, the good and the bad. Because you know what? My mom used to say, she said, you don't appreciate the good unless you have some bad. Life is full of trials and tribulations. I know it's cliche.
Let me tell you something.
But there are challenges that we all face throughout our lives. And, the difference between people is how they handle them and how they handle other people when they're going through stresses and challenges in their life. And so it's very important to remember to take a few moments, even as we're experiencing what we're experiencing right now, where we've got somebody that's in the hospital, not feeling well, and you may have the same situation going on in your home, and you're trying to make decisions about, who's going to come and live where, the family comes together, they're trying to figure out how they're going to help out, and maybe somebody lives far away and they can only help out a little bit, and somebody's living right there with the person who's, struggling, and they feel the burden more so than somebody else that's not there to help out on a day-to-day basis, but maybe they're helping out in other ways. So as we go into the holidays, as we're in the midst of the holidays and we think about all these things, remember to pick up a phone, let somebody know that you care. Go ahead and pick up a phone and say, I'm sorry, for any times that I might have done something that might have upset you.
What are you crying for?
I don't know. I'm getting emotional.
And tell somebody off and say, you rap bastard.
There's a song.
That's what
I
would
just
do.
called to say I love you.
I got to tell you, I was one of them guys for years that believed that the Lord forsake me. Because we cannot see tomorrow. He knows tomorrow. And,
we don't know
and for the longest time, I would say to him, how could you turn your back on me? I was one of them guys that believed that. You know what I'm trying to say to you? I remember, and you know me, everybody that listens to me, I don't sugarcoat none. I tell it like it is.
That's for sure.
I was one of them guys that believed that he forsake me. But then again, look what happened when Jesus was with the mountain of Gethsemane. And he said to God, do I have to do that? Do I really have to do that? Because God showed him what he had to do to die for the sins of man. So what happens is he died for our sins, okay? And it was all, and most of it's in vain because we go back and we still sin. He knows people are sinners. No one's perfect. But do the best that you can. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Do the best that you can. And if you make a promise to God, listen to me, keep it. Don't play with this guy because this guy will come and get you. Listen to me. I felt his wrath. Trust me when I'm telling you. And you're not going to get away with what you've done in life. You're going to get paid back. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. So all you guys that are out there that got wives and you want to fool around on the side, listen to me. You're going to get nailed. It's only a matter of time. You're going to get nailed. Don't do it. I'm telling you something. It looks tempting. Them broads look hot. Them dresses are short. Your wife ain't the way she used to look. And it's easy to stray. Listen to me when I'm telling you. Don't fool around. Take
Guess
it from me.
who's on the phone, Michael?
Who's on the phone?
Paris.
Not Paris Red.
Paris Red. Is that you?
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
girl,
Oh
what's
my
shaking?
gosh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? You sound so happy and so uplifting. I just had to call and say thank you. It's just too much excitement going on there.
Let me say something, Paris. I want to, we got 90,000 listeners with a number, and I say this all the time because I'm proud to say it. I'm not boasting. We got over 90,000 listeners with a #1 radio show in Las Vegas. We got television. We're going to be the #1 TV show. So all you soup cans out there, watch out because I'm coming for you. You are one of the greatest singers. I'm telling you something, ladies and
Amazing.
gentlemen. There's only a handful of people here. Denise Clementi, Corey Sachs, Paris Red. I can count them on one hand. That is great. You are absolutely incredible. And take it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime Paris Red is performing, get your butts in your car and go see this girl because she is the ultimate. She's a combination of Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Barbara Streisand. She is an compass of the best of the best. And that's coming from Chef Mike, because you know how I am, Paris. I tell it like it is.
Yes, I do. I do know how you are. Thank you.
And Paris, I got to tell you, even my dad, and you know how my dad is. He's the same way, and so you've got a beautiful voice. Not only that, you're just amazing. Your styling is so wonderful. And I remember the first time you came and you got up and sat in, or maybe it wasn't the first time. I think it was maybe the second time when we were over at Sienna's, and she said she's going to sing All of Me, and I said, oh, and somebody looked at me and they said, well, that's your song. I said, no, it's not my song. It was somebody else's. Everybody does that song. But I had already sung it earlier in the night, but, I do it a totally different way than you, which is fine. I'm more like a...
Broadway.
Maybe a Peggy Lee or
right.
Doris Day. I'm more of a straight...
Yes, but I'm a fan of yours. I love your singing, and
thank you.
And so I always enjoy it. And Mike always makes me sing. But anyway,
my father-in-law loves you. He loves the chocolate. Believe me. He loves it.
He just loves her. That's not chocolate. It's white chocolate.
Bullshit. He goes over for what's Monique Broster. He loves her too.
He loves the singing. Is what he loves.
Yeah,
he really does.
Yeah, I know. I'm only kidding you.
Yeah, I mean.
I know.
Are you coming tomorrow to Sandy's birthday?
Yes.
Are you sure? Are you sure? You don't want to miss her birthday.
That's right.
This is her 40th birthday, and we're making it very special. She turns 40 years old.
Again. No.
All right, then. It's special. I have to be there then. Okay.
Paris, tell us a little bit. What are you doing? You're doing zoology, or did I say that right? Zoology?
Zoology.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
The show that you're in. Zoomanity.
Zoology.
Yeah.
That's a show called Zoology.
Okay, I know. I knew it when I said it, but I said it anyway, so I have to own up to it.
It's that weird sounding show, It's Zoomanity. It's with Cirque du Soleil.
And you do that what? Six nights a week?
No, it's 5 nights a week. They're getting ready to change their darks, the nights that they're dark, starting in January. Right now, it's 5 nights in dark. Wednesday and Thursday, we're not there. But
I just want to. I just want to make sure that you're getting out and you're singing your songs and your style, because when we were talking a little bit about that, and I know you've got some nice history there too, with your recordings and with your singing, and it's good to hear you getting out and doing some of that stuff, because I know sometimes when you're in a show, you kind of sing the same songs over and over and again, and that's great because it's a paycheck and you love doing that show and it's wonderful. Right. But then
there's nothing like singing live and being able to do a lot of different artists' material and doing your own sometimes, and so I do miss that.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Melodor will be at the party tomorrow. Jimmy's going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, Jimmy's one of my. Well, I was thanks to Gil Cohen, my dear friend Gil, who's the casino host at the I keep saying the Mirage, but it's not. It's the
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo.
Yes.
And and I know Gil. He's one of the best. And I was introduced to him, and Jimmy and I became instant friends. And naturally, he joined the band. So what we're doing is we're putting a whole new group together. And
he's really good friends with my dad, too.
Yes, and I think
over
it's
the
time.
years, yeah.
I said, Jimmy, let's do the Smith Center. I said, we'll get Sandy, myself, Paris Red. We'll get an ass-kicking group, and we'll just swing out. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Because I'm going to tell you something. You know, people are they're hurting for good entertainment. You know, that's why everybody does good. You know, so we're ready. And when our supper club opens up, girl, you got a night there. You know that, girl.
Or two or three.
Or two or three. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Paris, for calling in and being a fan of us since the day one that we started.
Thank you, Paris.
Of
Thank you,
course.
Paris Red.
Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow night, okay? All right.
Okay. Bye.
Ciao.
So many people.
You got Diane on the.
Oh, Diana Fox.
Yeah,
How
Diane.
What? My shoulder's killing me.
Every time I rub it, ow.
Will you go easy, please?
Well, you want me to rub
Just
it or not?
easy.
Anyway,
It's not a
hi,
pain in
Diane.
it.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
John, get that smirk off your face just because I said, do you want me to rub it or not?
Shut up, John. He's turning red, you cross-dressing son of a... Hi, Diana.
I don't know where his mind goes, but it's obviously not where mine was.
You guys are in rare form today.
Yeah, we had so much fun last night on the show, and it was not me that called your husband Boxcar. It was Michael.
I'm jealous because you got a head full of hair. That son of a... Don't let me curse.
I know, and I heard he's getting ready to cut it again, but I hear congratulations is in order.
Right.
For
is it Sprint?
Oh, yes.
You guys, I won't say exactly. You tell them, what you want to tell them, what you can tell them.
Oh, that the Sprint Cup ladies they've gone on to do they're going to do another season with us.
Another season, a big buck season, yes. And they are one of your huge sponsors. I would consider that a major sponsor.
Well,
and we're really happy to have Sprint on board with us and the Sprint Cup ladies, and we're ready for racing season. I know it just got over, but we're ready for it to start again. But
you guys do something that nobody else does.
Yes. If you listen to the ladies of On Pit Road Racing tomorrow, we have a 25-year-old female driver that drives many different types of race cars.
Drag or rowdy round?
You said drag. John opened his eyes.
Round.
Roundy round. Okay.
Yeah, roundy round.
Well, that's what they always called it when he was either drag racing or roundy round. Is what I
That's
heard.
funny. That's funny.
That must have been the drag guys saying it. Telling that.
Yeah.
Diana. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
No, the reason I called today was the event that we did a month ago that you guys were out at.
Right.
Yes.
The anti-bullying and suicide prevention.
Right.
The little girl that we were honoring, Haley Lambert, you guys met her mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today is the 1-year anniversary of Haley's death, and I was just thinking, since you have all these listeners, that maybe we could start a prayer chain for them today.
Okay. Sounds like there's a lot of people out there that need some prayers too.
Yes, a lot of people need some prayers. Like I said, today would be the first anniversary of Haley's death due to bullying, and I just thought maybe I could get all of your listeners out there to, join in on our prayer chain for them today.
So you're going to put something up on our site, our Facebook site, so that we can let everybody know, and they can post some comments and stuff up there, and to send the prayers out to their to her family.
Do me a favor. Those people live in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Why don't you call them and invite them as our guests to come to the event tomorrow? We would love to have them there. Give them a call. Say the guys, Sandy Kastel and Chef Michael, would like to invite you as their guests. They really would enjoy that. You know what I'm trying to say to you? They'd have a great time. So if you do that, be so kind. I keep in touch with them. So yes, I sure will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You got it,
tomorrow.
Di.
Thank you, Diane.
We have another caller on the phone.
Okay.
Aaron Phillips, that Jew bastard. What are you doing, Aaron? What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm just driving my way around town, and I didn't get enough of being called a Jew bastard last night. So this morning, I reached my quota. I really just called in to thank you guys again publicly for coming on our show last night, which for us, in honoring Jimmy Bryant, was a very special, important show, and you guys helped make it a very special show for us. And from Cash and I and our crew, we want to thank you for coming on. We had a blast with you guys last night. I can't wait to see the YouTube video or the archive when it's up, because I know we're going to be laughing again. I just want to thank you and tell you how much we love your support, love you guys as people, and what you've done for us over the last close to a year now means a lot to Cash and I.
Thank you. And also, Aaron, I mentioned last night I wanted to put you in touch with Alex Yanko. So, Alex, if you're listening in this morning, which I know you are, you're working, but you're listening in, I want to put you and Aaron together so that you may have an idea of a location where they can have the memorial service for your friend Aaron.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I'll give him a text later on. Okay. As soon as we get done. Okay.
You got it. Well, listen, we'll see you tomorrow night. I know you're up against the end of your show, and we're looking forward to some fun tomorrow night.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.
I want to say,
guys,
Ricky Cash, Aaron Phillips, Vegas Unwrapped.
Aaron, and you're not
giving us a secret unwrapped treasure.
And you're not a Jew bastard. You're a Guinea son of a gun. So I got to tell you, real quick, which is really funny. Sandy and I are just regular people. You know what I'm trying to say to you? We're just, we get accolades every day from people, but it goes over our heads. Maybe 30 years ago, our heads went up blown up. But today, we're just regular people like you and I. We get up in the morning, we get washed, we talk, we fight, we argue, we worry with the water bill, the gas bill, the mortgage. We're just like you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the Canyon Gate fool you. We're regular people. And I hope that we always do, because that's what it's about, okay? Because we only could put one leg at a time in our pants, and I don't care how much money you got, you only can drive one car at a time. So I personally thank you. Sandy thanks you. I know she wants to say something before we close the show. And home is wherever you are, with your loved ones and your friends and your family. And we just want to wish you a wonderful day today. And we're going to start that prayer circle. We've got a lot of people out there that need our prayers right now. That's right. And we're wishing you a wonderful holiday season. And this is Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And we'll see you Monday. And don't forget Sunday. Come over and see me, for God's sake. Tomorrow night, come to the WEMA events. Yeah, call us at 702-348-5707. We'll see you Sunday at Smith's Food and Drug over on Sahara and Durango. And then you can see us on YouTube this afternoon and on all the TV stations this weekend on our new Sandy Kastel and Friends TV show. Goodbye. So long. Ciao. I hate to see you go. Bye-bye. Farewell. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye. All year, Santa baby.